தத்து திருகுடு தகது தெள்ளம் ஜே கூத தித்த ஜும் ரக்க ஜே கூஜம் தரி தக்கதா ஜே கூத தித்த ஜும் ரக்க ஜே கூஜம் தரி தக்கதா ஜே கூத தித்த ஜும் ரக்க ஜே கூஜம் தரி தக்கதா ஜே கூத தித்த ஜும் ரக்க ஜே கூஜம் தரி தக்கதா ஜே கூத தித்த ஜும் ரக்க ஜே கூஜம் தரி தக்கதா ஜே கூத தித்த ஜும் ரக்க ஜே கூஜம் தரி தக்கதா ஜே கூத தித்த ஜும் ரக்க ஜே கூஜம் தரி தக்கதா ஜே கூத
Namaskaram. This is Sandhya Shankar bringing you ACHARYA CHAT. This program is brought to you by Green Factor Liver. Experience the cleanest and freshest air with Green Factor Liver. This is an all-in-one air deodorizer, purifier and sterilizer, which has been tested by very reputed labs for their effectiveness and efficiency. So today we have among us in our studios Kalaimamani Padmalaksshme Suresh. She is not just a performer of Bharatanatyam but an excellent Bharatanatyam teacher. Welcome.
Namaskaram.
Welcome. Namaskar.
Namaskaram.
So glad to have you with us.
Yeah, same here, dear Sandhya. It's wonderful. I've seen all your shows. This
Thank you.
platform has been really a great opportunity and exposure for an artist. So I thank you for inviting me for this platform. And I also extend my warm greetings and namaskarams to all the Rasikas and well-wishers who are watching this.
Thank you. So Padma, if I may call you so,
Please.
let us begin with the very beginning. How did you have this interest in, how did it cultivate this interest in dance? Or was it just thrusted upon you? Or was it your own choice that you took to Bharatanatyam? At what age did it happen?
Actually, at the age of 5, like my grandmother only is the sole responsible person who introduced me into this wonderful art. She is Srimati Krishna Bai. She wanted me to learn Bharatanatyam because it was her aspiration to learn. Since she could not do it in her childhood, she wanted me to learn. So she made me join the famous Sri Saraswati Gana Nilayam
That's
of
in Triplicane.
Yeah, under Guru Lalita Amma and her immediate Shishya Srimati Ranganayaki Jayaraman. So they were running the institution, so I was introduced there to learn Bharatanatyam.
And that has been your only, she has been your only guru?
Yes, for the past so many years now I run my own institution with my students. She has seen 3 decades still. She is the one and only guru, and I always seek her blessings for all the major events in my life.
I have in the earlier past also met a few people who have high regard for her as a teacher.
Yes.
So, how was your experience with Saraswati Gananilayam and Srimati Ranganayaki Jayaraman? What kind of a teacher was she? You would surely have some very precious moments which you can recall.
Definitely. We fondly call her as sister. So I was just taken as a small child to her, where a child who does not know anything about the art, very young also, at the age of 5. So I was just taken by my grandmother to her, and my grandmother knew Lalitama very well. So
Okay.
so she went and said, "நீங்க என் பேத்திக்கு எப்படியானோ இது ஆர்ட்டை சொல்லி தரணும்" அப்படின்னு. அப்போ வந்து லலிதாமா didn't take direct classes because she was handling the senior batches. So ரங்கநாயக்கி அம்மா கிட்ட தான் வந்து from தட்டடவு I'm very fortunate that I learned தட்டடவு from ரங்கநாயக்கி அம்மா, and till date she was the one who groomed me totally as an artist. ஸோ அடவுலேருந்து ஆரம்பித்து பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் லெவல் வந்து அது நான் ஒரு ஸ்கூலில் ஆரம்பித்து, அண்ட் ஐ யூஸ் டு அசிஸ்ட் ஹர் அரங்கேற்றம் செட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ அண்டர் ரங்கநாயக்கி அம்மா. ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் ஸ்கூலில் ஆரம்பித்து நான் என்னோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸோட சிஸ்டர் நட்டுவாங்கம் பண்ணி ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அப்புறமா என்னோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அரங்கேற்றமுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து ஷி ஹஸ் கம். And before the pandemic also, one of my students Arangetram, she came in person, though due to age she doesn't travel anywhere now. She came in person and blessed me. So
how blessed we must be to have such
really.
long associations. Today everybody is just jumping teacher to teacher, institution to institution. Am I right?
Yes.
So this kind of relationship must have you must have learned so much besides just dance, and she must have been an inspiration for you as a teacher.
Definitely, all life lessons, I have learned looking at her, like how she used to manage the family and classes. As a person, we develop so much, like it's not only learning an art, it is learning the life lessons, how to groom yourself, how to be more independent. Still we are dependent. It's not that independence is not that careless attitude, that is not there, but still we care for our family, our friends, our relatives. Then we take the art also to the next level. So it is a wonderful thing we learn from our guru, right?
Okay. I think today there are so many management workshops that we call like work-life balance.
Yes.
And that you have learned along your learning of Bharatanatyam itself.
Yeah.
So you have also created such a nice work-life balance in your personal life. So how old were you when your Arangetram happened?
I was in my 8th standard.
You remember anything about it?
Definitely. It was wonderful. It was, Arangetram is one event in life which we cannot even forget. Even I used to tell my students, Arangetram lessons லாம் அப்படி தட்டி தூக்கத்துலேருந்து எழுப்பினா கூட ஆட தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். ஏன்னா அத்தனை தரம் நம்ம ஆடி practice பண்ணிருக்கோம்.
And that is it's like your first love, no? First performance
and debut show on stage. I was only in my 8th standard. So and I used to look very tiny also during that time. For an Arangetram, I used to be very tiny. So my guru Ranganayaki Amma wanted me to learn Varnam, which was for 1 hour. So what happened was my...
That's not normally done?
No,
in an Arangetram?
Generally it is for half an hour. No?
Okay.
So my guru, great guru Lalitama was really scared. She said, சின்ன குழந்தைக்கு போய் அவ்வளோ பெருசு எடுக்காதே, ரொம்ப அரங்கேற்றனாலே ஒரு stressful event அதனால. But so much confidence my guru had in me, so like she said she will do, நீங்க பாருங்க அப்படின்ட்டு. And on the day of the Arangetram, Lalitama, when she spoke on the stage, she said, நான் பயந்துட்டு இருந்த இந்த குழந்தை எப்படி இதை எடுத்து ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவான்ட்டு. எனக்கு அவ்வளோ சந்தோஷமா இருந்தது அவள் பண்ணதுன்னு போது. That was the moment in my life.
That must have encouraged you so much to take this further.
So much, yeah.
Their encouragement, their support.
Yes.
What about your family support? I mean, how many siblings were you and the parents? Were they very supportive or only your grandmother was?
No, no, even my parents were very supportive. பாட்டி வந்து ஆக்டிவாக இருந்த வரைக்கும் she used to take me to the classes. அதுக்கப்புறமா வந்து my father used to drop me and all. And my mother was very much supportive after when once my grandmother was not that much active, you know, my mother took the part of all organizing things and all. So very, very supportive.
So I think the credit goes to the entire family.
Yeah, definitely. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. ஸோ அவங்களுமே வந்து ரொம்ப ஆசையாக என்னோட எல்லா ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ்க்கும் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணிட்டு தட் moral support is very much
Very
needed.
much,
So
very much.
that is there. So by God's grace, after marriage, even my husband and my in-laws எல்லாருமே வந்து இந்த ஆர்ட்டுக்குன்னு உண்டான ரெஸ்பெக்ட் இருக்கு இல்லையா, that we need to have from the family. That was there by God's
Otherwise
grace.
it can be very turbulent.
Yes.
So that's how your passion for the art.
Yeah.
So how did you manage to balance your studies and rigorous I think you must be you must have put in a lot of hours of Bharatanatyam practice?
Yeah, those days it was like that only, Sandhya. We used to go to classes on and off. It was like our second home, you know.
அங்கே பாதி நேரம்
அங்கேயே தான் பாதி நேரம். ஸ்கூலுக்கு போனாலும் ஸ்கூல்லேருந்து வந்ததும் கிளாஸ்க்கு போனேன்னாக்கா ஐ வில் கம் பேக் ஒன்லி இன் த நைட் அண்ட் ஐ வில் டூ மை ஹோம் ஒர்க், மை ரெக்கார்ட் ஒர்க், எவ்ரிதிங் ஆஃப்டர் 10 PM only it will start. ஸோ அப்படி தான் அந்த காலத்தில் இருந்தது.
Which school did you go to?
I studied in Adarsh Vidyalaya, Peters Roadல இருக்கு இல்லையா.
Okay. And college too?
College in, I did my UG in SIT, and I did my PG, MA, MPhil, everything in Madras University.
If I recall, I heard somebody mentioning that even in college you were very active with on the stage and performing and all that. And any special thing that you can remember by?
In Adarsh Vidyalaya, even art was given so much importance. ஸ்டடீஸ்க்கு என்ன இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் இருக்கோ அதே அளவு ஆர்ட்டுக்கும் இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுப்பேன் ஆதர்ஷில். So what happened was I used to perform for all the major events, and one thing was என்னோட அரங்கேற்றத்துக்கு வந்து the then principal Radha Rao, she had come. Okay, then we had a dance competition in the school. Suddenly she just announced that during the judges taking time to finalize the results, Padmalaksshme will perform a Varnam from her Arangetram.
Out of the blue.
Yeah. Those days it was a cassette, okay?
Yes.
And since they took the advantage that my house was very close by to Adarsh. So she said, inform your mother on phone. She let her get the cassette.
Costume.
Yeah, cassette. Costume
cassette.
Already I was there because I was there in the competition.
Yeah.
இந்த காஸ்டியூம்லேயே பண்ணிவிடுவோம், கேசட் கொண்டு வந்துட்டோன்ட்டு. எனக்கு சஞ்சாரிலாம் வந்து லைவ் ஆர்கெஸ்ட்ராவோட பண்ணுறது ஈஸி, கொஞ்சம் நம்ம முன்ன பின்ன பண்ணினாலும் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பாடிடுவா இல்லையா. பட் கேசட்டை வச்சுட்டு அந்த நம்பர் ஆஃப் டைம்ஸில் கரெக்டாக கதையெல்லாம் முடிக்கணுமே சஞ்சாரியில். ஸோ மச் ஆஃப் டென்ஷன் ஃபார் மீ. ஷீ செட் யூ கேன் டூ. I had performed, you will not believe, 1 hour Varnam, which I did for the Arangetram, even for the program in that day. By God's grace, everything fell in place. I was so scared that
I think you were born to dance, Padma. So it just had to be that way.
Thank you.
And you also performed a lot with your teachers' productions, if I may say.
Yes, so
Kanda Puranam, Shakti Prabhavam.
Yeah.
There are quite a few. Any one of those which would be, which you can share with our audience?
Yes, definitely.
How would these productions been, how were they put together?
Yeah, see, to begin with, Lalita Prabhavam பற்றி சொல்லலாம். ஏன்னா அது வந்து கோல்டன் ஜூப்ளி, சில்வர் ஜூப்ளி எல்லாத்துக்குமே we had performed that Lalita Prabhavam. I took the role of the male lead, Shiva.
Okay.
Because of my height. Because of my height. And my partner as Shakti was actress Revati.
Oh, the Tamil actress Revati.
Tamil actress, famous Tamil actress Revati. So she was at the peak that time.
She was also a student of your teacher?
Yeah, my Guru Ranganayaki Jayaraman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But she was much senior to me. So again there was a difference of this thing. Lalita Ma said, see, she is so senior and you're putting Padma as her partner. She is so young. I was in my 11th standard or so. But she was already acting. Okay, so much of age difference and experience-wise difference.
And also fame and whatever comes with it. She was already an actress?
Yeah, she was an actress. but she never used to be that this thing and all. She used to be the same with everyone. So that did not come in as a clash. But the age and the experience, no, she felt that I will could I carry that role, being Shiva when. Comparatively, she is more experienced.
True.
But my Guru Ranganayaki Jaraman again,
She
said,
had confidence in you.
yeah, she again said, they call me as Jayanti at dance class.
Oh.
Yeah, that is my pet name. Okay, so she said no, she will carry and she will do. And so again, I was under pressure that I should no do justice to her belief. And finally, you will not believe so many shows we did after that. Lalita Prabhavam we had done in so many stages. So that is one memorable dance drama.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and even Kanda Puranam and all, it was 7-day dance dramas. Each day we had shown different stages of Lord Muruga's life history. So I was doing I had donned many roles. I had done as Muruga, Veerabagu, one day I will be Asura.
Oh.
So, and
தசாவதாரத்துல கமல் பண்ணின மாதிரி எல்லா ரோலும் நீங்களே பண்ணிருக்கீங்க.
ஒரு நாளுக்கு ஒரு எபிசோட் வரும் இல்லையா, முருகர் பிறந்ததுலேருந்து வரும். ஸோ ஒரு எபிசோடுக்கு ஐ யூஸ் டு சேஞ்ச் த ரோல்ஸ் அக்கார்டிங்லி. ஸோ ஒரு எபிசோட்ல ஐ வில் பி லார்ட் முருகா, ஒன் எபிசோட் ஐ வில் பி வீரபாகு, ஒன் எபிசோட் ஐ வில் பி வள்ளி. when the last day வள்ளி திருமணம் அப்போ நான் வள்ளியா இருந்து பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஸோ வந்து that gave me so much of experience to handle any role.
And I mean you could put yourself anywhere.
Yeah, and anywhere, and so much of
flexibility and versatility,
and to tolerance, to adjust to things, not expect everything to be right. No, not expecting everything to be right.
Probably one day you will have a very bigger role to play, and the next time it could be, you know.
We had to change. The same day itself, I used to do 3 roles. I used to perform an invocation, okay, and then go change as a male character, come as Veerabagu, and in the end of this thing again I will come as Muruga. So I had to change 3 different costumes and makeup in the same show, which was 1 hour 15 minutes. You know, so much of patience I learned. Real experience in life.
These are some things we'll never forget.
Yeah.
And there's something called Atma Nrityam, which is very spoken of whenever people speak about you. Can you elaborate on it? Because the viewers would probably be curious to know what it is.
Yeah, definitely, Sandhya. Actually, நான் இந்த நிறைய கச்சேரிக்கெல்லாம் வோக்கல் கச்சேரிக்கும் போவேன். அப்போ வந்து ஆடியன்ஸ்லாம் வந்து அந்த சிட்டில் எழுதி கொடுப்பா,
ஆமாம்,
இந்த பாட்டு வேணும் அப்படின்ட்டு ஆடியன்ஸ். ஸோ அது பார்த்தப்போ எனக்கு ஒன்று தோணித்து, டான்ஸில் ஏன் இப்படி பண்ணினா நல்லா இருக்குமே அப்படின்ட்டு.
Oh, but that is far more challenging.
Yeah. When I told this to my orchestra also, they said, oh, it is, see, then even we have to learn so many items for one performance.
But because anything may come up.
So then I said, see, we will execute this because I wanted something challenging and to experience something new, you know. So this debut show I did in Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
Murugan Temple. So the first half was fixed. Till Varnam I did.
Whatever was
set. Planned. So the second half for the Padams and Tilana, I had given a choice of items for the audience.
So this was announced prior to, I mean, as the program started, you announced that people can send in their requests?
Yeah, when the brochure itself, the flyers, brochures, it was announced already to reach people, and they were the chits were placed in the entry point. So when they enter the performance, they can take a chit, and then that number they will note it down. Okay, so the items were given almost 25 items we displayed. So on the 25 items, like என்ன number of votes வந்ததோ அது the highest number of
okay most popular choice.
So அது வந்து பண்ணி.
And how much ahead of that particular piece that you performed did you have you had a heads up of how much time?
No time at all, Sandhya. Varnam பண்ணி முடிச்சதுமே அது வரைக்கும் they needed the time because people will come entering the auditorium, right?
Yes.
So till Varnam போற வரைக்குமே யாரெல்லாம் வந்து சாய்ஸ் கொடுத்தாலோ அது என்ட்ரி எடுத்துட்டாங்க. அந்த Varnam break இருக்கு இல்லையா for my dress change, அப்போ they count it.
I think this must be one of the first of its kind.
Yeah.
That somebody's attempted this.
Yeah.
Very challenging.
So that's how
What kind of requests and did you get? I mean, in your experience, what do you say that people's popular choice has been most often?
Yeah, see, to my surprise.
Fortunately, நீங்க தர லிஸ்ட்லேருந்து அவ பொறுக்கணும். Is that right?
ஆமா.
ஏன்னா இல்லாட்ட இதுல லிஸ்ட்ல இல்லாததையும் அவ கேட்டுட்டா கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம் இல்ல?
கஷ்டம். லிஸ்ட்ல இல்லாதது கேட்டுட்டானக்க
ஓரளவுக்கு your orchestra, everything has to be prepared.
Prepared, yes.
Yes.
What happened was, to my surprise, இது வரைக்கும் ஆத்மரத்தியம் பண்ணின எல்லா இடத்துலையுமே ஒரு சாய்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஐட்டம் வந்து கண்டனால் முதலா இருந்திருக்கு.
Wow.
Either in the first place or in the third place. No, so that no, really it was a surprise thing that no, most of the people liked that item. Probably and the first time na kandanal mudalai pannathinala adu repeat.
One is you must have done it very well. Second, I feel that romance has never left people.
Yes, that's true.
Whatever be the case, if they have experienced it, then they are able to empathize with it better. If they have lost it or if they have missed it, then they actually see it on the stage and screen and go with it.
Yeah.
But there is a bit of romance in everybody.
Yes.
I think so. But Padma, you've done some amazing work with taking Bharatam to the villages, outreach programs. How do you do that? What is how did this idea come about, and
Actually,
how much have you been able to go with it?
Yeah, it's a very wonderful experience whereby I am a panel member of IRC in Delhi,
Mm-hmm.
which is an institution which promotes art in rural schools and colleges.
Mm.
So in that case, I am the panel member for Bharatanatyam. So they send me to rural colleges and the schools whereby the kids are not at all aware of this art form. So I will go perform there for them for half an hour. Then I will explain about what I'm doing and why this art form is very, very important.
So they get some kind of exposure to it.
Exposure to it. And, they...
I think Mr. T.M. Krishna will be very happy to. Have you associated with him? He also
Not
does
yet.
some outreach.
Yeah, he's
programs.
doing wonderful job, and I really admire that.
How has it been? How's the response in the villages?
It's fantastic, Sandhya. You will just see the urge for the art, in those kids.
Mhm.
Like, அவளுக்குலாம் வந்து பார்க்குற சான்ஸே கிடையாது இல்லையா? அவங்க அதை பார்த்த உடனே அவளுக்கு வந்து அந்த ஒரு சந்தோஷம், அந்த ஒரு to urge to learn. ஐயோ நம்மளும் கற்றுக்கணும்
And the
அப்படிங்கிற
fascination.
yeah, so much of you feel really sorry that those kids doesn't have that exposure. And really, if there is something that a teacher is appointed in every village to teach the kids, it would be a fantastic
But
thing.
you have at least made a beginning and trying to do your best.
Yes.
But now, what about your own productions? They've been very popular and very well received all over the world. Let us talk about that. I think you've even received some grant from the state government and also the central government.
Yeah.
So, what has been the most well received production of yours? How did you go about the choreography? I mean, how did it all?
See, the first thing was like, though I did many productions with my students and myself alone, so solo thematic also. Chidambara Kuravanji was one script which gained the production grant from Ministry of Culture.
Mm.
So it was really enriching, to get a grant from the central government, and this Chidambara Kuravanji was the oldest of all Kuravanjis. So since I had taken that and executed, it is very, very close to my heart. And for Bharata Swatantra Kuravanji, I got the grant from Yelasai Nadakamantram from Tamil Nadu.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so there are many productions. One which I would like to mention is Anithume Nannai, where I have done the role of a mother, as a guide, as a teacher, as a friend, in mythology, in history, and present day mother. So in that way, that production, I mainly had my mother in my mind, and I executed the script. So all those things are really
That's
close
very
to me.
nice. I think obviously having performed in so many countries outside India, which do you think has been the country which has welcomed Bharatanatyam with open arms?
Actually, for our art form, all countries are really a great experience, only Sandhya. But especially if you want to say one particular this thing, I can tell about probably Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That is so much like India, no?
so
That's
much
one
like
small
India.
India over there.
Yeah, it's a small India. But to my surprise, our
I
group,
must say South India also.
yeah, our group performance was on January 1st for the New Year event at Dandayudapani temple over there. To my surprise, that day there was a screening of actor Kamal Hassan's movie.
Oh.
Okay, so
Can you remember which film?
I think it was aired in TV.
Okay.
Okay. So the organizers, they were just telling that
Oh.
how we will have the crowd because Kamal's movie is going to be aired and so then finally the outcome of the audience was the hall was full. So
Wow.
so we were really blessed to perform over there. And to my surprise, I had a person from Paris. He was a painter. So he just on while we are performing on stage, he used to just sketch it out all the poses and postures immediately. At the end of the program, he just showed me around 56 or 60
Postures.
postures
Mm.
of mine.
Amazing.
Amazing, but he was not willing to give even one. I said, for me, it is so surprising you have done it then with great
Reluctance, huh?
Yeah, he said, no, I will keep it only for his reference and his.
I think this is a bit personal tribute to you, Padma.
Yeah, I have framed it and it is in my studio, dance studio.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, it was something.
I mean,
really
something
good,
spontaneous, something unexpected.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
இந்த மாதிரிலாம் விசிறிகள் உங்களுக்கு இருந்திருக்கு. You've received so many awards like Kalaimamani, Nritya Jyoti Award for Karthik Fine Arts, and Bharata Kalaratna, Natya Mayuri. I think Rotary Club has also given you an
Yes.
award. So all these awards must be very special to you, but we probably wouldn't have time to go through all of them. Can you just speak about any one or two of these awards in a couple of words?
Yeah, I will talk
They
about.
all came as a surprise?
Yes, I received Kalaimamani for 2018 as a best guru. So that was really when I heard the news.
How do they identify that best guru? No?
Yeah, so probably
what is-
they had seen few of my productions, and when the award was announced, I was really. It was such a surprise for me and such a happy moment, to be identified as the best guru for
Guru.
Bharatanatyam.
But Padma, I must tell you that you probably have heard about it. Your students really swear by you. I know a couple of them who are even probably pursuing their studies abroad or planning to pursue, but they are very clear that they're just like you had one teacher. They are very clear. I think they've come to you as very young in their age,
Yeah.
and they continue to be there, and they just swear by you. So you must be either are you a very strict teacher, or are you very firm with them, or very lenient? What is this equation which has brought about this kind of loyalty?
I'm neither strict nor very lenient, Sandhya. When it comes to performance, I see to it that they do their best. Not all students have the same caliber, but I only expect them to give their best. If they don't do that, then I don't allow them.
And you're able to assess how much they're capable of.
Yes. Yes. So I want them to give their 100% towards art, whatever they do.
I think that itself is, going to turn out well when you give each one of them is going to give. Say it's a combined production, or it's a huge dance drama, and every one of them does their role to their best.
Yes.
Then it's but natural that the production should turn out well. You've been a judge on several dance shows on the television, like Jaya TV, Vijay TV. அதில் ஐ திங்க் அடுத்த உங்களில் யார் அடுத்த பிரபுதேவா. ஸோ அது வந்து எப்படி அதனோட கிளாசிக்கல்.
Yeah, for the classical round, I was a judge. So they had separate sections for classical, semi-classical, and film. This thing, the preliminary levels they used to select accordingly, and then those candidates will go to the next level. So in that this thing, I was there as a judge for classical. I'm so happy that one of the candidate whom I selected was in the finals, and she won the second place.
Very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
she was from Trichy. So she won the second place, and I was very happy that she could make it up.
Yes.
And
So
being a classical dancer, to groom so much, and then she was able to compete with all the other styles, and she was able to win over also.
wonderful. So what would be your advice to the aspiring dancers or students who may be yours or others also? What would
Yes.
be your advice?
I definitely would say that the discipline, perseverance, tolerance, and your dedication to art is definitely
Very important.
Very important, and these things, if it is pursued properly, will definitely take you to great heights.
Your own institution is, I think, more than 20 years old.
Yeah.
So what are your future plans for it?
My future plans, I always wanted my students to do well, to shine in their personal and professional life, take their art, pursue their art, and do not let it go for any reasons, whether studies or family or whatever. They should be an artist, whatever they are.
Something probably many of our viewers or many people may not know about you because you've not been flaunting it, is you've done a lot of social work. So this is one opportunity where we would like to highlight that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm a Rotary member.
Which club?
Rotary Club of Chennai Bharati.
Very nice.
So I am the charter member, and I take up art and culture. What I do is I give lecture demonstrations for the personality development through art for colleges and schools, and I want art to reach all cadre of people irrespective of their economic background. Financially, whether they are well or not is not the criteria. Art is something that which makes human beings more humane. So I want
So well said.
it to reach them.
Undoubtedly. And you have done a series of videos called Yatra. So this is the multi-dimensional
Yes.
project. Let us know about that.
Yeah, I have my YouTube channel, Padmalakshme School of Bharatanatyam, where I take up the series Yatra, where I don't want to restrict only to Bharatanatyam videos. I want to post videos on our art and culture, like chanting slokas, the benefits of that, then the benefits of visiting a temple, praying God, the importance of temples, and I want the child not to groom as totally as a human being who is into our art and culture,
Culturally aware.
Yes.
And all this awareness will help them perform well also.
Definitely. When you know the richness of our art and culture, when you know about the God, when you know about... See, all text and verses are on God and the temples. When you know the richness of it, definitely you will feel inspired to dance, right?
Absolutely.
So,
I think it's a very good initiative.
thank you so much.
We wish you all luck with that.
Thank you.
Now we'll just have a small commercial break before we go to the next segment in our program.
Green Factor presents Live Air. All-in-one air sterilizer, purifier and deodorizer. With 4-step air filtration technology. Pre-filter that removes harmful pollutants. HEPA filter blocks microns up to 0.3. Multiple UV tubes sterilizes to kill dangerous germs, bacteria, and molds. Activated carbon filter eliminates smoke and bad odor. certified by accredited testing labs, helping you to get back to life. Ask for a demo today.
So here we are back. Padma, we have photo session for you. So we'll just play a small, few photographs that you can see on the monitor.
Definitely.
And you can speak about them.
Sure. So this was a picture from Bharata Swatantra Koravanji. This is the most recently written, the last written Koravanji.
What is the difference between Chidambara Koravanji and Bharata? How is each Koravanji different?
The basic storyline is the same for all Koravanjis, only the hero differs with each one. Chidambara Koravanji was the most earliest one, and this was last written Koravanji. The script Srimati Nandini Ramani Akka had given me and asked me to stage it up. So it was a magnanimous thing that she chose me to give the script. And this one, the Tamil Nadu ELSI Nadagamandram's grant.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think you did a very, very good job of it. Okay. So let's see the next. What about this?
Yeah, this picture was about the Nritya Jyoti Award, from Karthik Finance. Karthik Finance has played a very important role in my journey of dance, because when I was selected for the scholarship as a dancer for ELSI Nadagamandram, the first performance I gave was for Karthik Finance.
Wow.
So Mr. Rajagopal sir, the Modra Kayala Kuttu Padnongra Mari, avarda first Sabha idu vandu enoda program stage panninar. So appo vandu ivlo varsham kalichu I got this award before the pandemic. So Shri Shekhar sir and the team, from Karthik Finance, I really feel blessed to get this award from the famous trio. Sudha Akka was there, Chitra Akka was there, Malavika Akka was there.
Wow, you had all the...
ஆமா மூணு பேரும் சேர்ந்து எனக்கு அவார்ட் கொடுத்தா. எல்லாருக்கும் ஒருத்தர் தான் கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தா. எனக்கு கொடுக்கும்போது மாத்திரம் சேகர் சார் மூணு பேர் சேர்ந்து கொடுங்க அப்படின்னா. ஸோ வந்து அந்த பிக்சர் வந்து மெமரபிள் ஒன். And this was from Kala Utsav.
Your saree is so pretty in that.
Thank you. இதில் வந்து நம்ம கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப நல்லா ஒரு ஸ்கீம் கொண்டு வந்திருக்கா. ஃபார் த ஸ்கூல்ஸை வந்து ரெப்ரசென்ட் பண்ணி 4 CAN classicalல we have to select the kids from the school level. They represent the Tamil Nadu in Delhi. அந்த மாதிரி each stateலேருந்து வந்துட்டு அங்கே they select one best candidate and they are given a sponsorship. They are being acknowledged for their talent அந்த மாதிரி. So அந்த கமிட்டியில் I was one of the judge for the classical round. So அதோட பிக்சர் தான் அது.
Very appreciative.
And this was for
you're just beaming.
The Tyagya TV had organized the Guinness event. So I was also one of the organizing committee member for that. So Sudhaka was there for the vocal section, Sudhaka, and myself, Paruk and all were there for the classical Bharatanatyam section. So after the Guinness was announced, everyone had the opportunity of having the certificate. So this was at Australia, Sydney, the Murugan temple, and the committee members for that Atma Nrityam, no? After the Atma Nrityam, they were so happy about the concept.
That was I have also not heard of it before. Only when I was going through your work, how can anybody just, on the spot impromptu dance panna mudiyum unless you are, suppose you caught unawares, what can you do? That just shows your competency.
Thank you. So this show even I did for Tamilisai Sangam, for the December season program.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was well reached and we had very good audience, and Tamilisai Sangam committee was so magnanimous in accepting such a concept,
Yes.
Because not during seasons.
They may not like to move away from the traditional method.
So Tamilisai Sangamum Karthik Finance-kume na பண்ணிருக்கேன். So ரெண்டு பேர் இதுலயுமே வந்து they were so magnanimous to accept the idea and give me a chance to do in Chennai. So this was a arangetram where I told you, no, my guru came to bless me. So this was the arangetram. Appo Bharat Kalacharலேருந்து மிஸ்டர் வைஜி மகேந்திரன் சார் அண்ட் சுதா மகேந்திர அம்மா வந்திருந்தா, சரோஜா வைத்தியநாதன் அக்கா டெல்லியிலேருந்து வந்திருந்தா, அண்ட் ருக்மிணி அம்மா had come. So it was wonderful. This arangetram was really remarkable memory.
Very nice.
And this is my senior most disciples who handle the Padmalaya classes of the juniors and assist me. So that's why from the thing, that's Vaibhavi, Akshaya, Shivani, Sharda and Santya.
Very nice.
So they are
They have been with you
also.
all through.
Yeah. So this is my guru. அதே அரங்கேற்றத்தப்ப வந்தப்ப எடுத்த picture. Very
எவ்வளோ சந்தோஷமா இருக்கா இல்லையா? She is so proud of you.
Yeah, and no, that day actually her throat was not that good. So she said, நான் பேச முடியுமோ முடியாதோ தெரியல கண்ணா, பட் வரேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா. வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் she spoke almost for 5 minutes, you know. I was so blessed to hear her voice and such love and affection.
She has dedicated herself completely to the art.
Yes. So this picture was for the 15th anniversary, the souvenir release of Padmalaya. So Nalli sir had come.
That's another gorgeous saree of yours.
My guru is there in that blue saree.
Acha.
And even Mrs. Valli Arun got felicitated.
Okay.
Yeah, on that day. So we had given, as a good entrepreneur, we had given him this thing on behalf of Padmalaya.
Very nice.
So this was the most happiest moment in life, like for the Kalaimamani award, you know. So immediately I was back from Cleveland festival, Tyagaraja festival. This event had been organized, and wonderfully it was coordinated by the government officials. Yeah, because you know, so many artists got the award that day. And usually because it wasn't happening for so many years, but it was very well coordinated
Very
by
nice, very
Yearly
nice.
Say Nadagamantram
These are
team.
some aspects about this government officials which we don't know. So very
Very well organized.
rarely we hear good things about them.
Very well organized.
Good.
So this was at Cleveland Tyagaraja Festival. I'm with Rukmini Ramani Mami, the daughter of the legendary Papanasham Shivanaya. So I had gone along with her to execute her work on Periyaba, Mahaperiyaba. She had written Pancharatnam. So அது வந்து ஒரு 90 dances அங்கே ஆடினா, அங்கே நார்த் அமெரிக்கா dancers with. ஆமாம். ஸோ அதை ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு I had gone along with her.
It must have been a very interesting experience.
Very, very interesting experience, because 5 different teachers from 5 different school of thought, they came with their students, training them for the song, and we had 3 days to organize the entire event. So
So
it
when
was a
you're
memorable
traveling,
experience.
Padma, who takes care of your school?
Normally my senior disciples, they handle all the general classes. The special classes I usually come back and
You plan it in
compensate.
such a way. Yeah.
So,
What about this?
yeah, this is that IRCN organizes a festival called Prava, whereby they stage 2 shows, one from South India team and one for the North India team. So myself and my disciples performed one show, and one show was a Kathak show from North India. In connection with that, I would like to share an important experience.
Of course.
Yeah. For IRCN lecture demonstrations, I had gone to Delhi. Okay, usually there when I go for the workshop, I am assisted with an IAS officer's PA.
Okay.
The entire tour.
For the entire tour there.
Yeah, entire tour. She will be with me and she will coordinate everything. So in the list of schools, almost 10 schools we had in the list. Okay, why for that was the last day, and I had one school which was an entirely Muslim school, whereby from the principal to the last worker in the school will be Muslim persons. So this PA,
All girls?
all girls.
Ah.
This PA, she had given me an information. She said, "Ma'am, if you want to skip the school, you can skip it." And I said, "Why I should skip the school?" She said, "It is a entirely Muslim school, you're going to perform on Hindu gods, they will not connect with you, and you might even experience something which is
We
not
don't know.
applicable.
We don't know.
We don't know. Might be if you feel it is disrespect or something, then you can as well skip it off. And I said, see, God is one. Whether it is Hindu God or Muslim God, it is one. So why should I skip a school just because it's a Muslim school? I would like to definitely visit that school. Then you will not
No,
believe.
but maybe they were worried about if there's any hostility, you know.
She
But
was
you,
worried.
You wanted to take a.
Yeah, I had the confidence that what we would like to communicate, if it is communicated properly, then we will not have any problem. So then I just went to the school, and I had a welcoming show by one of their school student. She performed for a Vande Mataram song.
Wow.
Okay, that itself everything everything ends. Okay, she
That
did.
dispels all doubt.
Yes.
And,
So
how they, I mean, how we can sit here and keep imagining, oh no, they will not receive it. And,
yeah, she performed for Vande Mataram, and then I took on to the stage and I said, see, she has given a wonderful start. I'm just going to continue with that. Then I said, see, wherever I perform as Rama or Krishna, just imagine that it is Allah for you.
Yeah.
Because God is one. All God has taught about peace and love. So I'm just going, the verses are on Lord Rama and Krishna. Just imagine it is Allah on your side. From my side, I will do this. From your side, you just imagine like that. The entire program went on peacefully. The principal was so happy, and so many of the Muslim students, they wanted to learn. They thought I am having a school in Delhi, and they were asking the address where they could come and learn the art. So finally then I gave the addresses of schools which are in Delhi and asked them to definitely join the art, because art has got no boundaries.
Art has got no boundaries.
No
yes.
boundaries.
It is also they are still young, and it is rather we don't categorize all these children
We
and say
only think-
they will not learn and things
We
like
only think, and we only put all these boundaries, and no, but there are no boundaries for art. It bridges everything.
that. What a wonderful experience this must have been.
Yeah, very memorable one.
So what do we have next? Oh,
Yeah.
some mega pictures. Is
So-
that you?
Yeah, that was me, and it was captured on stage, Sandhya. So this was for dance drama on Nayaki. The theme was based on goddess Devi. A picture which was captured very beautifully by Mr. Santosh of Sans Photo, and this picture won him awards also in the international arena.
Yes,
So,
yes, it's so beautiful.
And nobody believed that it was on stage capture. So this picture is very close to my heart.
It's really nice.
So this was for my another thematic production, Om Namo Narayana, which I staged for Bharat Kalachar. That was for Vaikunta Ekadashi, 12 o'clock program.
Oh.
Yeah, so
How did you keep awake, Padma?
so it was
Did
wonderful.
you have audience at that point of time?
You will not believe, actually, I had to finish at 12. Okay, so I had planned Brahma Mukati for the final piece and this thing. But since it was 12:01, I thought of skipping Brahma Mukati and finished with the final piece before that. Okay, then Mr. YG Mahendra, he himself came and said, why did you skip Brahma Mukati? People are still waiting, and how can you skip that? I said, it's already 12. And he said, no. Myself and all the audience are waiting for the program, then why do you worry about the time? So such a good response we had that day. For
These
Vaikunta
things,
Ekadasi.
I'm sure these kind of experiences, you would have ended up feeling that all that you have invested in your life for this art is so worthwhile.
Yes, definitely.
Wonderful. So, Padma, we have come to the end of the photo session.
Yeah.
We have, now what we have in front of us is something what we call a rapid fire round.
Oh.
So, you'll just have to quickly, whatever comes to your mind at that moment, spontaneously, please talk about it.
Yes.
So, the first one is, what would you like to do in your spare time, if you have any? Or what do you do? What would you like and what do you do?
My spare time, I would like to revisit all the old photographs, my son's engaged pictures, and our wedding photos. All those things I'll just pick from the shelf, and I used to see all those, no, to keep up the
Yeah.
those lovely memories.
Otherwise, nowadays, once we take it 2-3 times, we see it. After that, nobody's interested.
Nobody's. So those things I will do. Listen to music.
What
That's
kind
right.
of music?
All genres I love, Sandhya, whether it's classical, folk, anything, rap, everything. There's no restrictions on that.
Do you speak any other languages other than your mother tongue? Your mother tongue is Tamil?
Tamil, yeah. Tamil is my mother tongue. Little bit of Telugu I can speak. I can manage with Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi.
Wonderful. And all this, if you knowing these other languages, it helps you in emoting better.
Definitely. When I went to Delhi and Howrah and all, I was able to communicate with the audience in their own language. When whatever said and done, if you talk in their own language, they can easily communicate.
Yes. So, Padma, the next question I have is: suppose you weren't a dancer, what would you like to be? Or what do you think you would have been doing?
Definitely, I would have become an lecturer because being a gold medalist of Madras University, I was offered
Wow. In which subject?
public affairs. So I was offered a lecturer job only, which I couldn't take
And
it
I
up.
think somewhere lecturer also means teacher. So I think somewhere this teacher is very much in you. So you would have taken to teaching profession, but of a different.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. But you can't think today. You can't imagine yourself not being a dancer.
Yes, definitely.
So other passion or interest other than dance?
Other than dance, I was into sports actually when I was in my schooling.
Okay.
I was a throw ball player. Might be I would have become an sports person.
And which is your all-time favorite dance composition?
For me to perform,
Mm-hmm.
definitely Kandanal Mudalai. And
In the larger scheme of things, for everybody to perform or your students to perform, or is there one particular composition that you're waiting, like this is going to be the mega thing that I want to make it happen before in your bucket list, something that you have been waiting to do?
I would always love to perform for Tyagaraja Kritis. So
So
such
much
depth in meaning and
Actually all the Navarasas are there.
Yeah.
He talks to him as a friend, as a parent,
Yeah.
as a child. Extraordinary compositions.
Yes.
So, who would be your all-time favorite personality besides now? Nobody in the dance. Otherwise, you're somebody you really admire, or
from other field.
Mhm.
My mom.
It's rapid fire.
My mom.
Okay, any public personality?
Public personality. Kiran Bedi.
Why?
For her courage, strength, and
Discipline.
Yeah, discipline, everything. No?
Wonderful, wonderful. And somebody in your own profession, who has been your, besides your teacher, who have you really said, wow, what a dancer?
So many of them are there, Sandhya. It's a very, very difficult question.
Very difficult.
Very difficult question.
Do you watch other genres of dance like
Yes.
Kathak, Odissi,
Yes.
Kuchipudi, Mohiniyattam?
Yeah.
What do you like to cook? If so, what is your specialty?
I love cooking and I do that. Whenever I get a chance, I only cook at home. And after this pandemic, totally, I have taken up cooking. My favorite dish? Anything with brinjal, I love to cook.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
I think your family also likes it. That's why you need a recipient, no?
Yeah.
What has been your biggest fear, Padma?
Biggest fear, is it? I don't generally fear for anything because I feel that if thing has to be done this way, it will happen that way. I believe in that. So I don't fear for anything. I just do my job and expect what is in store.
Wonderful. Almost the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
as well. So, what were you like a kid?
I
What
was a
kind
very,
of a child were you?
I was a very quiet kid and not naughty, very silent and probably very good and disciplined one. That's what I have heard of from my parents. So, not naughty, of course.
So, how would you be like? How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as a good human being.
Ah, wonderful. But if you would you be rather remembered as a wonderful dancer or a wonderful teacher? I mean, let's assume that you're both. But I mean, given that you're both, you can choose only one. Which one?
A good teacher because I am paving way for the future generation.
So admirable. But now, what about your children? Do they dance?
No, I've got two sons.
Okay.
They do. They have not taken up dancing. One son, he was good at keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely they watch my programs and they give their moral support.
They appreciate you. Wonderful. So probably you'll get daughters-in-law who dance.
Probably so. And one of my sister's daughter, she's learning dance under me. So maybe she will also continue the legacy in future.
Yes. I mean, we cannot let this go wasted. You know? But all your students are like your own children.
Yes, of course. That's what I say. If I would have had one daughter. I've got so many daughters, and definitely they will also create more dancers in future.
Yes. It's been so wonderful having you with us, Padma.
Thank you.
And truly, I have personally met some of your students and I've watched your performances.
Okay.
I think Mylapore Fine Arts at R.K. Swami Hall at Shivasami Kalalaya. I have seen a couple of productions. Very, very remarkably done. In fact, I've sometimes wondered how is it that they've put across so many things over across the stage. We have a small gift for you. This is a gift voucher from Taligai.
Oh, thank you so
Hope
much.
you enjoy your family time there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for a wonderful session, Sandhya. My thanks to the team as well for calling me here. Thanks for the viewers and well wishers also.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, this program was brought to you by Green Factor Live. Do safeguard yourself and everyone who matters to you by using Green Factor Live, which is an all-in-one air purifier, sterilizer and deodorizer. See you next week, same place, same time.